I've decided to move. I've decided to move my perspective, move the angle from where I sit, and just in general move where I tune into the energies for the week and where I do the recordings. And I don't know how long this will continue for, but right now it felt very relevant for me to move. To get up, get out of the dark area that I was sat every time I did a recording, and sit in the front room, in the lounge, in the place where, well, everyone comes together. But it isn't always the case. I remember as a child the lounge being a special place that was reserved for visitors or family. So it feels really relevant that today, on the Day of All Souls, I'm sat in a place where all the family members would meet, and what I hear is collaborate. So today is the 2nd of November, and it is interesting energies as always. There is the upcoming lockdown on Thursday for England. And even though it is very relevant and it is very poignant, today I feel the urge to discuss something deeper, something beyond that. Getting beyond lockdown. That's what I feel really important to discuss today. So a few days ago, I went under general anaesthetic to have an operation on my own sacral centre, on my own emotional connection to my body and the very things that I create. So I will keep shifting, which feels important when the energy moves to shift with it, but I will keep shifting, which can be quite discerning when we don't have one thing in particular to focus on. When everything keeps shifting, we feel we don't have one thing to focus on. After the general anaesthetic, when I came round, I was given painkillers. Now, painkillers are something I don't normally partake in for the sheer fact that I have sensitivities and allergies to them. But I was given these particular painkillers, and the recognition that due to autoimmune diseases in my body, my physical vessel has actually been in shock for some time from this ongoing, persistent pain. And we can get not comfortable, but very blasé about what we feel on a regular basis, whether that's positive or negative. I'm sat with my dog. We can get very blasé about what is going on continually around us, what has become our routine, our norm, our health, our everyday. And for me, despite doing a lot of healing, despite coming very far actually in the last decade with my own health, there is, like everything, room for improvement, growth. And what had become not comfortable but regular for me, well, I had a small window, a small moment where there was no pain. I had a split second, a defining hair moment where there was no pain, where what I had become accustomed to was no more. And I wanted and want more of it for myself and for everybody. Because without this pain, getting through that struggle, there was a vision there of great peace, of great love, of great strength, of great... I felt at one with my body. I didn't feel as if I was fighting my own body anymore, or my own purpose, or my own alignment, or who I am. Everything just fell into place beyond the pain of what had become my normal. And what has become our normal? Well, that is different for everybody. You know, for some people it is being in a job they may not particularly enjoy, or a relationship where they're not being fulfilled for whatever reason. It may be health that needs to be looked at that isn't actually advancing. It may be that we have tried several things that haven't worked and we are having to go back to the drawing board, just like the lockdown, to look at alternative solutions. That can be really frustrating, especially at the end of the year, especially when we feel as if we have come so far. And in truth, we have. It is only because we have come so far that we are able to see how close we are to the next level. So in truth, we really have come very far. Just wait for my dog to shake things off. It is that last part now. And for that, we need to keep that vision. For that, we need to really connect to what it is we are trying to achieve. Again, which is different for everybody. For me, and in particular in the next decade or so, it feels very relevant to achieve alignment with our health on all levels: physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, logistically as well. I feel there are many of us in current situations physically where we may need to move, much like myself with the lounge, where we may need to move our position and where it is we are currently residing. And this all feels as if it tallies in with our health, our alignment, and what it is we have come here to do. But this is all once we get through the pain of whatever it is we are faced with right now. Now, pain comes from when we are trying to grow. Pain is a natural substance of growth. And it is normally when we hold back from that growth that the pain increases. And we hold back from that growth by numbing our body, by numbing the messages that are trying to come through, by numbing the statistics, the facts that are there. Now, this isn't a political video. This isn't in relation to lockdown as such. However, sometimes there are cold, hard facts that we need to look at. If we have a bad chest and we smoke, we need to look at that. If we are overweight and trying to lose weight but not eating healthy, we need to look at that. There is coming a time where our bodies are our temples. So much light coming in. See if I can adjust myself. Our bodies are our temples. They are our earth. They are our very vessel for being here. And it is time to look at that. It is time to look at this being where the true wealth resides. Our health is our wealth. This is no secret. This has been known by many establishments for a very long time. And in the next decade or so, I do feel a war on health coming. But I also feel a unique opportunity now to step in and take charge of your own well-being. That can be done in many ways: meditation, good diet, nature. I understand we're on lockdown, but we can still get outside. Good company, good thoughts, water. As simple or as complicated as you wish it to be. So with that in mind, I'm going to look collectively at what we can start to put in place this week in particular in regards to our health. And to do that, I'm going to do a medicine wheel. So I'm going to look at our thoughts. I'm going to look at our energy, our desires, our emotions, our physical body, our diet, our health holistically, collectively this week. Today is All Souls Day, and we are all part of the one soul. So what does that collective soul need right now to regain its health, to realize that we are all part of that one soul? Self-care is a interesting concept and often perceived as selfish. But if we realize that once we are well, those around us are well, it becomes so vital. We become vital organs of the collective. So with that in mind, Wow, everything is blue. Everything is blue. A huge blue ray coming in this week in particular, and we are talking communication. We are talking really listening to what is being said, the bigger picture at play here, and our role in this. And to do that, it is communicating with our body and looking at how we do that. So in the place of air, our ancestors, the unknown, we have the Ace of Air. I want to show you this. These cards are the Dreams of Gaia Tarot. So the Ace of Air here. What I clearly see is an innate wisdom trying to come through that can only do so when our bodies, our minds, our souls, and our well-being connect together as one. We often talk about our higher self being something outside of us, but our higher self is the ability to bring in that energy, to channel it in all we do, into the ground, into everything that we are. And there is that potential this week. So I'm looking around the rest of the board, and there is confusion there. What potential? And the confusion is there until we realize that it's going to take bringing everything together before we get that clarity. So we can be in a particular place where we want to move forward with our health, but not know for sure until we look at what's going on collectively, or look at what's going on in our family, or look at what's going on in our jobs. There is no more room for separation when it comes to health. Health is a united principle. United principle. So in the East, the part that requires clarity now, we actually have the Eight of Cups. And now I realise that in the North, it isn't the Ace of Swords, but actually the Ace of Cups here. So it took that, recognising that health is a united principle in order to give that self-love. Okay, so in order to realise just how important health is, then we are able to receive it. So in the East, the Eight of Cups. Okay, so what I see here with the dolphins is actually the chakras really further down into the earth, right down deep. There's a deep connection occurring between us and the earth right now. And there's a healing that is coming with this. Now, historically, this card is related to grief. But this feels only if we continue to hold on to the way things were. In fact, this character is very happy to let go because she knows that only then will the alignment come. And that deep healing, that deep inner wisdom. So in the South, there's the Four of Cups, and we are being given this opportunity right now. Traditionally, this card speaks of boredom, but as you can see, this character here is watching everything slot into place in divine timing. Creation itself, a new way, a new flow, a new timing that is divine to us all. A new way of communicating with creation and the creators that we are. A new way of connecting to the earth. Because in the West, we have the Ace of Pentacles, and this is a new beginning. But this is a physical beginning. The last layer to heal in any body or anything is the physical level. Be it the physical body, be it the job, be it our finances. It is the last thing to come into play. Our actions. The culmination of all the work that has occurred. And that is there in the West. It is there in the space of our mind and our emotions. So again, it is that reuniting what we think and what we do, how we are and how we act in these times. In the center of the wheel, there is death and rebirth, which actually is the strength card in the normal tarot. But in this one in particular, it reminds me of the past, the present and the future, and that deep shedding for that new beginning trying to come through and being held here by all souls, by the ancestors. This week in particular speaks very much of a new beginning coming from self-love and how we treat ourselves and each other physically now. How we view this lockdown, how we view this opportunity to go within. It is a second chance. It occurred on a second full moon of the month at the time of our ancestors. How we treat that is up to us this week. And in particular from the 11th of November up until the solstice, there is a deep opportunity to go within and find what we have been waiting for. Is there anything? I keep hearing myself say, is there anything? Is there anything else? Is there anything else? And actually what's come through is the Queen of Air, deep wisdom there, deep higher insight there. Stop questioning if there's anything in this moment. Stop questioning the purpose of why this has occurred and go there. Go there, because is there anything there? There is abundance. There is abundance that can only come from our health now. The economy is and always has been based around you and your well-being, your ability to work, your ability to shop, your ability to spend. It has always been based around you. You are the center, light of all things. It is important to look after your health. It is important now to realize just how valuable you are to your family, to yourself, to the collective. To take this opportunity to go in and connect to what health looks like for you. And each moment train your body to feel that, to be that, to step into that, to become that, to birth that. If your thoughts aren't in alignment with what health is to you, get rid of them. They are your thoughts. If you need to drink more water in order to be in alignment with health, drink more water. Get rid of the excuses. Get rid of the reasons to not eat well, to not drink well, to not be well, and make the time. You are worth the investment. You are the economy. You have 4 weeks. 4 weeks here to almost get into place a new routine, a new way of being. To prepare yourself and your physical vessel for the rebirth that is occurring on the solstice. The amount of light that returns, my screen is getting so light, depends on you as the individual. Depends on your ability to hold it. So anything that stands in the way of that, it is time to get rid of it. It is time to heal it now and to take that opportunity. Go within, find your core, find your balance and your stability. Find your own abundance within you. And when you have that, outside effects will not affect you to the point where you topple or crumble. They will wobble you, life wobbles us, but this is about building our core strength now, our hope, our resistance and our faith for next year. Step into it. Use this opportunity. Take care and I will speak to you soon. Bye.